리하 마 하리 안녕하세요. 어서 오세요. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. No encoding issue today. Thank goodness. No encoding issue. No 0.1 frame per second issue today. It's funny, the video encoder is actually seeing a higher utilization than last time when I had that issue. So when I had that trouble last week, or on Wednesday, I think, the encoder was running at 60 something percent, 61% or something. And now it's running in 71, 72% and not having any issues, so... yeah, I don't know. Weird. Just needed a reboot, I guess. Anyway, mouse key variha, it's not variha, runs riha. Today we're gonna have I think, our manly picnic. Hopefully. Hopefully we get there. I vaguely remember it from my previous playthroughs, but it's been a while, so I think it involves Kenji, and possibly Kenji for some reason like taking his clothes off, but I don't remember. We will see when we get there. 시작을 해볼까 그럼? Let's give it a try. Let's give it a go. By the way, how's the volume? How's the mic quality? How's the stream quality? Blah 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 blah. Thank you, thank you. Katawa Shoujo version 1.3.1. I wish it had an option to adjust the resolution. You can change the window size, but it doesn't keep it in the right aspect ratio. You have to manually set that, so it leaves that little black bar if you don't set it correctly. Okay, I think that's perfect. I think that's perfect. Do you use just chatting because Katawa Shoujo doesn't have a category? That is correct. I checked the game today and it's still not there. Twitch slacking off, not giving the greatest English original VN its own category. They be slacking. Tanibiriha. It goes under retro now. Is there even a retro category? Retro. Oh, there is a retro category. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it should go under retro or just chatting. Time to switch it to hot tubs. No. Did I miss the recap? No. There was no recap yet. Maybe I should do a recap. I might have the gallery. Here we go. So, the VN started with the last time in NEA. it started off with our MC being invited to the courtyard by a girl with a letter. A love letter. It seemed like, but no, this is an invitation. It was like a come to the backyard. Kusoyaro. I mean, what's his name? I can't remember his name. But yeah, come to the backyard, or the whatever. And then the girl confessed to him. MC, Yu-kun. Yu-kun, yeah. So Yu-kun was invited by the girl, and then the girl confessed to him. Her love to him. But bro failed. Rizzing so hard that... So he was like... He had the most lame response. Yeah, he rolled a 1 on a d6 Riz. Where 2 is a pass, and he rolled a 1. So he had a critical fail, and then he had a heart attack. And carried to a hospital. Yeah. Without even... I don't know if he even gave her an answer. So he got taken to a hospital. He finds out that he has heart arrhythmia. A rare heart disease where it beats irregularly depending on stress level and stuff. Anyway, so he was hospitalized. And at first, a lot of his friends and classmates and his potential girlfriend, visited him at the hospital. But as time went by, less people were visiting, and then eventually even his potential girlfriend stopped visiting once it was like 2 months in. And he had to stay another 4 months or something like that, for a total of half a year or so. And then he was well enough, with the help of medicine. He got like a pile of different medicines that he has to take every day to not die. Great. Yeah. And then his doctor suggests that he go to a special school instead of going back to his old school. Because of his body condition, he should be going to a special school where they have nurses on premise 24/7, and it's like a boarding school for people with special needs. And of course, MC-kun really hates that idea. He does not like the idea. So these are his classmates. 24/7 nurses. Spoiler, the nurse is a man. No, it's not a spoiler. That is also from last week. And yeah, MC-kun's chair is right here, by the window, of course. And so far, we've been introduced to the pink hair, the blue hair, as well as the black hair back there. Is that Peter Griffin? That kind of looks like him, eh? People said... It might have been you. You might have said that last time, too. Yeah, so day one, he talked to these two. We're still not sure what her issue is, what her disability is. But Shizune here is the class rep, and she is unable to hear. So we have to communicate to her using sign language, And because MC-kun doesn't know, Misa, I think, is helping. And because she's translating Shizune's thought as well as saying her thoughts at the same time, MC is trying to like figure out whether it's like her speaking or her translating for her. And then what's her name? Hinako? I can't remember her name, but yeah, she's like super shy, so she keeps running away from MC-kun. And that's it. Oh no, and we also met a girl from another class. So a hobby that MC-kun picked up was reading because he had nothing else to do at the hospital. And at the library, well, he was trying to find the library and then accidentally, totally not his hot girl radar working, accidentally stumbles into this, into Lily. And her disability is that she's unable to see, so yeah. Stumbles into her at her classroom and she suggests that she offers to guide the MC-kun to the library. And I think that's where we stopped, at the library. Yeah, so we met the librarian as well, who seems pretty normal except for being a bit clumsy. My first impression was right. The library is surprisingly big. Ambling down the narrow aisles, I studied the spines of the books in random order, occasionally sliding one out to read the blurb, taking it with me if it looks good. In a few moments, I have a respectable stack of books in my arms. I guess I'll never be stuck for choice in here. The normality of the library sinks in. Sure, there are large print and braille books scattered throughout, but it is what it is, a library. It's as if the calm mood from the room I had tea with Lily in snuck with us in here. Unless it was here to begin with. Something about that puts me at ease, just like before. Oh yeah, MC. Oh, MC's Hisao, I think. Hisao. Hisao was having. He felt that the class rap and pink hair combo was just like too. I don't know what was the word. Too overbearing. Too extroverted, maybe. Too. Yeah, I don't know. So he prefers, so far, hanging out with Lily. Going a little farther, though, I discover a nice quiet corner at the back. While the rest of the library has the odd students sitting at a desk, either reading or stealthily sleeping, the back is pretty much deserted. As I glance around, I see someone who I recognize sitting on one of the several beanbags. It's a dark-haired girl from my class, the one who snuck out of the classroom earlier. She's reading a book, keeping it close to her face, which makes her look like she's really into it. From the way she's acting today, I had her pegged as more a delinquent than a bookworm. In fact, her mysterious disappearance from the class raises all sorts of eyes in my head. Intrigue floats slowly but surely towards the surface, and before I know it, I'm walking towards the mysterious long-haired girl. I guess there's no harm in introducing myself, as I would with anyone else. She's a classmate after all. Hold on, my mic feels a little quiet. that's a little better. Walking over to another beanbag, I take a seat and lay my book beside it. The girl starts looking scaredly up at me from underneath her fringe. This is the first time I've seen her this close. Underneath her long, dense bangs, I can see that part of her face, at least a third, if not a half, is pretty badly scarred. My eyes are immediately drawn to the scars, subconsciously peeking past her hair until they meet her own eyes. For a second, I'm shocked and I divert my eyes to the book in her hands, before I realize that looking away probably only makes it worse. It takes too many seconds to collect myself and remember what I walked up to her for. Hi, I'm new here. Newbie desu. Isao Nakai, we're in the same class. I'm sorry I didn't mean to start. This seems like the more reasonable thing to say. Oh gosh, I can't remember at all how I voice acted the other characters. It's okay. It's okay. The girl certainly doesn't look like it's okay, but I let it slide. So, do you mind if I sit here? She seems to be very uncertain whether it's okay or not for me to sit, but finally she nods just a little. Okay. I take the seat next to her, and she hides herself behind her book. Life of Pi. Never heard of it. So, sorry again for startling you, I'm Hisao. She looks up from her book, stalling a little before replying. I know. We are in the same class. Her speech is stilted and so quiet that it is barely audible even in the still library. Somehow I think that my delinquent impression of her was way off the mark. Hanako, Hanako. I resist the urge to say that's a nice name, just to have something to say, but really, it's the only thing I can think of. I feel like an idiot. Oh no, Rose failing to risk again. Rolled another one. Everyone here must be used to being different to each other. And here I am being all bothered and fussed about that kind of thing. Don't let me interrupt your reading. I'll just check these books if you don't mind. She nods a little and sighs a little sigh of relief. So I try to read the covers and the introductions of the books I picked up, and she buries her face in her book. Uncomfortable silence consumes us. My eyes still wander to her direction, and I sneak peeks at her flowing hair and the scars it's hiding. After a while, I realize that she's doing the same and only pretending to be immersed in Life of Pi. Her gaze is not inquisitive at all, though. It darts all around like a scared rabbit. When our gazes finally meet, the chain reaction is unstoppable. She stands up forcefully from the beanbag and takes a deep breath. I'm gonna go do something. Without a warning, Hanako takes off and runs towards the counter. 리엔이 만든 상처인가요? 아니요, 저는 상처를 주는 그런 나쁜 의도가 아닙니다. Her hair-like takeoff catches me so off guard that I don't manage to go after her until she has a good head start. By the time I reach the counter, she is nowhere to be seen. Lily and Yuko are happily chatting away. Knowing that I won't be able to catch Hanako myself, I approach the girls. Hey, did you see or notice a girl run past here? Maybe. What did she look like? Long dark hair, kinda shy. She had, well, some scars on her face. Oh, you wouldn't be talking about Hanako, would you? Yeah, that's her. I saw her reading and tried to talk to her, but I think I scared her off or something. Oh dear, Yuko. Would you excuse me? I had better try and find her. Sure. I'll just hold on to these until you come back. What's going on? I'm sorry, but I'll have to explain to you some other time. Right, I'll see you later then. 불편한 침묵으로 여성을 쫓아내다니 리에 정말 대단하군요. 그거는 제 이슈가 아니고 하나코 이슈입니다. All these nostalgic codenames. Does this take place in the 80s? No, it does not. It's relatively modern. It's modern to its time. Ultimate Kung Fury, huh? 피해자 탓하는 게 아니고요. 그냥 하나코가 엄청 낯을 가려서 그래요. 그냥 걔가 원래 그런 애야. 아무튼 그렇다고 내 잘못 아니라고. Anyway, I'm not sure to whom I'm gonna be giving the mouse voice. Probably no one. Real, Rico. こんばんは、Rico です。But Rico in the abyss. Rico will stare back. Right, I'll see you later then. Lily hastily grabs her cane and hurries out of the library, leaving me alone with Yuko. I don't think I'll ever get the hang of this place. Did I do something wrong? What did you do? Nothing, I was just looking for some books and then she got this fit and ran off. The most offending thing I can think of was that I might have looked at her general direction a few times. Well, she is a very timid girl. You have to be very careful around her. She can be very jumpy, I think, and she's not accustomed to talking with other people. Isn't that a bit strange? I wonder. It's just how she is, I think. Yuko doesn't sound all that convincing. Then again, maybe this is just a norm around here. Everyone has their own problems, or else they wouldn't be here. Right, Cole? What does this game look like? One of those Japanese games that young guys that like 2D girls play. Because it is? I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. But I think you're being very, very prejudiced if you think that only young guys that like 2Ds play this, read this. It is developed in anonymity. Yeah, this is developed by Anons on 4chan, actually. But how should I deal with these people? Forcing myself to act overly casually only makes me feel phony. Like I was supposed to be ignoring the elephant in the room. Yuko fidgets, looking like she wants to say something to that, but resists it. I think it's an elephant only if you feel that way. I guess she doesn't have a good sense of self-restraint. It makes me smile, and she blushes heavily. What, did that sound stupid? No, it sounded really wise. I guess you're right. It's more about me than anyone else. Neither of us has anything to add, so Yuko fills the silence by shuffling some papers around. 요즘 트렌드는 미소녀 동물원계인데 남캐가 있다는 것부터 부모스러운데. 아, 미소녀 동물원계는 또 뭐야? 표현이 참 뭐시기 저시기 하네요. 그 아리따운 미소녀들과 의 대화를 시뮬레이션하는 고지능적인 그 커뮤니케이션 수단이라고 칭해 주시죠. 가방장도 남캐인지 여캐인지 헷갈리잖아. 가방장이 왜 나오죠? 아니 사파리파크 VN이라도 나왔냐고. People who have papers on their desks really like doing that. I do that all the time. Did you find any books? I should be closing soon. I mean, this library should be closing, but I have to do it. I hope that's not too inconvenient for you. Oh yeah, I want some books, but I left them over there because I'll just go get them. I fetched my stack of books from beside the beanbags where Hanako and I are sitting and returned to the counter. Ah, you read a lot, don't you? I'm surprised myself with that too. I surprised myself with that too, honestly. At least when I really think about it. I had a lot of free time earlier this year, so I just kind of started reading books to fill that time. I couldn't do much else. 그 시기부터 미연시에서 남캐가 삭제된 것 같음. 그런가? 읽어본 적이 없어서 I see. But she doesn't say anything else and just checks out my books for me. I guess this is what they call tact. Holding the library books in with one arm, I trawl my pocket for the key to the door. A sudden sound from behind me startles me, making me nearly drop the books I'm carrying or the key that I almost managed to get into the lock. Who is it? I turn around to see who is talking to me. It's Kenji. He seems to be in a friendly mood, although the light glinting off his glasses in the dark gives him a sinister look. It's just me, dude. This makes him pause and lick his lips nervously. Who is me? I don't know anyone called me. Are you some new guy again? His voice is suddenly strained and quick. Yeah, but we've met before yesterday. I don't think so. Why I would remember someone who I met only yesterday. When was that? What day is today? I try to ignore him. Is he joking or what? Prove that we've met before. Dude, you live across the hall. You're Kenji. Kenji jumps back, his eyes filled with an uncomprehending fear. How do you know my name? Damn, this can only mean one of two things. Either we have met, and you're telling the truth, and I just can't remember. Or, you are from the organization. He pauses. Wizard. 왜 잠옷 안에 셔츠를 입고 있지? 잠옷이 아니에요 이거 교복이에요. Am I getting the low FPS? Oh no, the low FPS is back. Why? It was working just fine. Interesting. Remember how I said my encoder was at 71% earlier? Now it's jumping up and down between 56% and 70%. It was steady 71 earlier, and now it's like all screwed up. Katawa Shoujo is overheating the 4090. Yeah, I wonder if it's like rendering without a frame rate cap or something. But no, we were not playing Katawa Shoujo last time. Oh my god, it's dropping 99% of the frames, holy smokes. Why is this happening? No, not again. 뭐 천재 게임인데 백그라운드에서 최고라는 것 정도는 감내하시죠. 아, 2009년인가 2008년에 나온 게임에 스팀에 다시 올리면서 채굴기를 포함했다. 아, 그럴싸한 스토리인데? 재발매한 이유가 있구만. 발매가 아니고 발구시기. Hold on, let me try something. Big Mac. No, that did not help. That did not help. Get your max before the stream restarts and resets the redeems. Yeah, it's something like 800 by 600. It's just so weird why it was working fine and then it suddenly decides it's not gonna work fine. Oh, NJ, hello, I missed your chat. Hello, Rihariha. Sorry about the stream quality right now. Okay, we're back for now. Okay, it seems like we'll be okay for the moment. Man, I can't believe Stream decides to sabotage me. My computer decides to sabotage me at the funniest moment of the day. Anyway, he pauses. A psychic spy. His eyes dart around me, trying to peek into my room, although it's hard to believe he can see anything through those thick glasses. His mood swung from friendly to manic in less than a minute. I'm not psychic. How do I know that? I'm not a mind reader. Kenji points a finger in my face damningly. Unlike you! Stop that, man. We met yesterday. What's wrong with you? I live in this room. Lies. If you think you can pass as his hoe because I'm legally blind, you're sorely mistaken. You don't even look like him. I mean, the resemblance is real. Real slim. Maybe at a distance, but who do you think you're kidding? I want to grab him by the shoulder and shake him, exasperated. I rub my eyes and let out a heavy sigh. Stay there. Kenji comes closer, one careful step at a time. I stay still, lest he assault me physically. Although I doubt he could do much damage even if he tried. Oh wait, I see you now. Damn, it really is you. Sighing again, and then once again for good measure, I step backwards just in case. What's up, man? You don't look too good, I think. Something wrong? I don't know. I just had something stupid happen to me. A few things, actually. Even if you discount this one. I can't get a proper touch on other people here, and I have no idea if it's because of me or it's because of them. I don't know why I'm telling this to Kenji. It's not like we've had any contact either. That's rough, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry about calling you a psychic spy and all, but you can never be too careful. It's a hard reality we live in. Someone give him a tinfoil hat. I'm slowly starting to think that Kenji isn't necessarily living the same reality as the rest of us. You see, this is how it is, this world. There's no justice, you see. Even when I lose, I win because I don't lose a lesson. What the heck does that even mean? It doesn't matter. He dismisses it flatly with a wave of his hand. So what happened? Why the long face? Do you have a long... Do you have a long face? It's nothing. I just scared some girl off accidentally, literally too. She actually ran away from me. That's my fault, really, I think. I'm not really used to all this yet. A girl? A cute one? Cute? That's a hard question. She had a nice body and really beautiful hair, but the face... I guess it could go either way. Yeah, cute, I guess. I knew it! There are a lot of cute girls here, a strangely disproportionate amount. I believe this is one of the dark secrets of the school. I tried to warn you, man, but did you listen? I don't remember any such warning. Dark secrets. Yeah, dark secrets, extremely dark, like a black hole. Have you noticed that the number of girls in the school is slightly but significantly higher than the number of boys? It's like 60-40. He turns his head to the left and stares off into the distance at nothing. Why is it like this? I mean, to the untrained eye, it doesn't appear to be that bad, but that's a full 20%. One would think that a school with such a huge pool of women would be a man's dream, but no. What I'm about to tell you could blow your mind. Are you ready? I don't know where this is going, but I think I won't be missing much by cutting out now. No, I'm not ready. I only get as far as turning the doorknob before Kenji starts talking again, showing that he doesn't really care if my mind is blown or not. Ah, Kenji! I believe that this school is a battleground, the site of a feminist infiltration. This disparity in the number of men to women is a clear sign of how far they have come. In case this Cold War turns hot, they will have superiority in numbers. Just another skirmish in the eternal war of the forces of the feminists. They're everywhere. In Japan, women outnumber men. It's not 60-40 split, but it's only a matter of time, man. Even in America, women are the majority by a hair. They are building up their numbers. In the past, the buildup of a military has always been the clearest sign of imminent war. Japan is just the first step. Our economy is badass, and the country itself is small and isolated, yet a huge part of the Pacific in terms of political value. The perfect target. They're so cunning, as expected of women. Man, Kenji, what a nut job. Soon the day will come when... By the way, the reason why I think the reason why there are more women than men in the world is that men generally win the Darwin Award more. I wonder if it's because of the testosterone, but they do a lot more stupid things. Not like stupid intelligence, but like stupid in terms of like risk-taking for no reason. I swear like half, I mean like, of course more than half. The majority of those Darwin Award stuff are men, and I think that's possibly has to do with the hormones. Damn, there's more women than men? I guess we're gonna make it, bros. Yeah, 간발해. 켄지, 그 커뮤니티, 거기 그쪽 하는구나. Kenji's voice trails off ominously. That's why you can't trust them. They will string you along and then kill you, just as they killed me. You will end up just like me. Oh hell no. I can't stop myself from blurting out. Hey, what the hell does that mean? You said it, not me. It's the best I can think of. So, you're not supposed to say something like that. Damn, so rude. Where was I? Oh yeah, vast feminist conspiracy. Stop it, stop. I lost you way back there somewhere. Somewhere around feminist infiltration. Too hard to follow? That's cool. I have some graphs and stuff in my room and puppets. You like puppets? No puppets. You don't like puppets, okay. Graphs are still cool though, right? He speaks energetically, responding almost before I'm done talking, moving his hands in an animated way as he continues to rant on. This is too surreal. I had pegged him as relatively normal, but it's clear that I was wrong. Something on your mind? Just thinking about what it's like to be the last sane man in an insane world. Kenji frowns, looking deeply upset. You mean that's you? That can't be, because I'm the last sane man in an insane world. That's my dream. You can't just steal a man's dream. 켄지 따라하시는 건가요? 그 목소리요? 모든 캐릭터들 목소리 다르게 지금 보이스 액팅하고 있는데? 야, Yeah, but think about the content. A brand that men generally have more variants, more geniuses, more idiots. Ah. I guess the risk taking is both rewarding and punitive. What the hell? There can't be two last sane men. It'd invalidate the whole last part, and that part is kind of important. There can only be one, like in that foreign movie where there could only be one. And in the end, there is only one dude left because that was the point. I've never seen anyone talk so heatedly and so defensively about absolutely nothing before. Anyway, if you wait here, I can get my graphs. I also have a list of other dark and complex conspiracies that this school holds. As tangled as... Quick, finish my analogy for me, be a pal. I'm going to go to bed now, it's extremely late. That doesn't sound like an analogy, but whatever. I like you seem like a cool dude. Most people don't understand what I'm talking about when I try to explain the vast feminist conspiracy to them. Denial is a terrible thing. Later. He claps me on the back and then vanishes into his room, so quickly and quietly it's like he didn't even open the door, but instead walked right past through it like a ghost. I don't know if I can fully digest what just happened, so I give up and just go to my room, kicking off my shoes before falling face first into bed. 아니, 손이랑 발도 안 씻고 이빨도 안 닦고 그냥 자러 간다고? It takes me some time to relax and get up so I can get started on homework. 아, 자러 가는 게 아니고 그냥 잠깐 누워있다가 이제 다시 숙제하는 거구나. It's because the sheets are cool and comforting against my cheeks. And it feels good just lying there with my eyes closed. This school is like some kind of a bizarre and surreal island. It's isolated on top of a mountain, and each person is stranger than the last. My favorite dark conspiracy is that a fun-sized candy was invented to precondition us to shrinkflation. What, Iha? I just can't seem to fit in. What irony. One would think that fitting in a place that's made for people who are unfit for anywhere else would be easy. Maybe I'm just trying too hard. Although I say that, it doesn't help take the edge off, and the words are left echoing off my empty walls. That's not conspiracy, that's just fact. Yeah, shrinkflation is just fact. I guess it's not as bad as I expected though. This place really is more a school and less a hospital pretending it's a school than I thought it'd be. If nothing else, the scenery is beautiful. I open one eye, seeing the school books and bottles of pills arranged side by side on my desktop. Maybe this place is too much like a normal school after all. I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. After saying hi to Shizune and Misha, I start doing the work as instructed from the board. It already looks like today is going to be heavy. I don't have a problem with that now, though. Shizune and Misha might jump on me, trying to get an answer about whether or not I've decided to join the student council. Even if it's just one day. Huh? Why out of nowhere? Why rock and stone? Why? Just why? My favorite conspiracy is that fun-sized candy was invented to precondition us that small size is fun size. That's just fact. I don't have a problem with that now, though. I wouldn't put it past them to try, and I don't have an answer for them if they do. So this situation is convenient for me. I mean, WTF is fun about a small piece of candy worth one bite. About 10 minutes into class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat. But no one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop us to say that we are going to break into groups again. Oh! That's an alpha. Thank you for the raid. I thought you were here already. I thought I saw you here earlier. Riharia, welcome raiders. Thank you for coming. Thank you, that's an alpha. Big Mac. Wait, why is that broken? Oh, I did a typo. Whoops. No, why is it not working? Hold on. Is that another typo? Do I have another typo? There we go. Maybe it's the capitalization. I thought it was case insensitive. Oh no, I missed TS. Ahem. Ahem. Rock and Stone. Did I hear Rock and Stone? No. No. Are we souls off? Hariha? You guys are typing too fast. The on-screen overlay can't catch up. Anyway, welcome readers. We are reading Katawa Shoujo. We're able to change Riel's future. You think you can. When Riel's 5 burgers deep into Katawa Shoujo. No, just half a glass deep. I turn my head and see that Shizune and Misha are looking at me. Shizune gives me a smile that is equal parts cute and menacing. This is a smile that says, we have you now, there's no escape. Hit-chan, it looks like we're together again. Yay! Misha leans sideways while Shizune pushes her desk closer to mine. There really is no escape now unless I were to jump through the window. Right, these two were trying to get you to join student council. But I don't want that. I don't like responsibility. Jumping out the window isn't the best option, sadly. We all can change your future. It's either eaten or kicked for M. 그래서 누굴 꼬실 예정인가 아직 안 정했습니다. 그거는 챗이 정하라고. You guys are gonna be choosing which route, so yeah, not me. What's wrong, Hit-chan? Oh, Hit-chan, have you been thinking about what you said yesterday? You said that you would think about joining the student council, didn't you? It's okay, Hit-chan. We're talking about it after you left, and it would be rude to expect you to have an answer for us this early, right? Don't stare into her eyes, that's how she gets you. All right, she's a wahaha girl. Misha's a wahaha girl. Ha 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 ha. I'm so happy you two are able to have a laugh at my expense, and even more pleased to know that you both know how crazy the two of you can be. 어깨뽕은 왜 넣고 다니시는 건가요? 저 어깨뽕 안 넣고 다니는데요. Now that's over, Shizune snaps back into serious mode and smacks today's assignment with the back of her hand in an overly dramatic and important way. When I look at this stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there's are only 2 problems. I almost want to say something about how her rush to get started seems a bit much, considering the small amount of work. In fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is, and simply doesn't care. Yeah, it seems like the workload doesn't matter to her as much as the fact that there is work. The actual amount is unimportant. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying her hand at solving the problems. It looks like she's working alone. I can't remember seeing her working with other people before. Thinking back to how shy she is, it's understandable. Hey, that girl over there. Huh? Who, Hit-chan? Her, Hanako, over there. Does she always work alone? I think so, Hit-chan. Do you feel sorry for her because she's alone? I was just thinking that maybe she could work with us or something. No, I don't think that would be a good idea, Hit-chan. Why not? Hit-chan wouldn't get along with her. But why? Misha shuffles around the question, letting out a laugh that sounds very strange. Wah ha ha! It's nervous, but still has that lilting up and down quality present in everything she says. I can save her. Who? Just because, Hita. By now, Shizune has noticed our conversation and it makes me realize again how Misha has been signing everything she has been saying this whole time. What, Shita? The friend of my enemy is my enemy. That sounds so harsh. I'm not going to say that. You just said it. You said it anyway. I know, Hitchan, it's fine if you over here. I wonder if this is Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her I wouldn't be able to understand a thing Shizune is saying, and vice versa. Is that also why she signs all the time, so there is never a conversation Shizune will be left out of? Anyway, we should start on the problem now, Hitchan. Shitang. We finish with time to spare, and I decide to ask if there are any alternatives to the cafeteria, as frankly the food so far has been subpar. This sends Shizune and Misha arguing among themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown, so I don't think we have time to go all the way there. And what about the bill? Are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe. They seem so distracted by it that they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight. Everyone else in the class is busying themselves with lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks. The only ones with actual boxed lunches mixed in. The ones with actual boxed lunches mixed in and chattering like everyone else, only interrupted by short bouts of eating. But when I watch Hanako, it feels that I'm the only one who can see her, almost as if she was invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of the classroom on her own accord? I see her look over her shoulder towards the classroom's rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. What to do? Guys, do we talk to Hanako or do we read our book? 하나코한테 얘기할까 아니면 그냥 책 읽을까요? 말 걸까요? 아니면 책을 읽을까요? While you guys decide in chat, I'm gonna go get some snacks, okay? 그 채팅으로 알려주시는 동안 저는 잠깐 스낵을 가져오도록 하겠습니다. I am back. Let's see. What if I choose every option that avoids every girl so we can become a wizard? I don't think that's gonna work out just because we already interacted with Lily and we interacted with Hanako and as well as Shizune and Misha. I ain't letting no spooky girl ruin my wizard streak. Well, I guess we're not talking to Hanako then. Oh no, Riel is sleeping again. I was getting an orange. And a cup of water. Curse of good sleep. Not gonna work. Go back to bed. I didn't come from my bed. You mean we're doomed to not become a wizard? Yeah, so since you're doomed, choose someone anyway. 오렌지 맛있다. Well, I see that no one is changing their stance to talk to Hanako, so I guess we're not talking to Hanako. But choose a big X button at the top right. I will become a wizard. Alright, fine, we won't talk to Hanako. If you are also adamant about it. I do what I always do when I don't know what to do. Like now. I've already started on one of the books I borrowed yesterday and took it with me to school to fill the empty moments between classes. I find the page that I creased a corner of to mark the spot I left yesterday night and pick up from there. Do not crease books, you cretin. Use a bookmark, dang it. I hate people that crease books and write in books. Misha and Shizune are still arguing heatedly, probably about the restaurant still. If I joined them, I'd just get caught up in that, or worse, get grilled about joining the student council. Misha isn't speaking aloud since there's nobody who need to hear what they're talking about. But why does she tend to sign things even when Shizune doesn't need to understand what's being said? Or even more strangely, when Shizune is not around at all? What an odd conflict of habits. I usually just rip a bit of the front cover off and use as a bookmark. I'm going to ban you from the NEA. You are hereby banned from the NEA perimeters. I remember once the teacher brought us all cheap paper book copies of Shakespeare. And the assignment was writing whatever in the margins. Why? Don't write on the books. I find it hard to focus on the book, and besides, the lunch break beckons me to leave the dullness of the classroom. I do so, heading down for the cafeteria. Misha and Susan having come to a conclusion of one kind or another, follow in my wake, though still talking in their inanimate fashion. In their animated fashion. What, nobody folds pages anymore? Not allowed in the NEA. Just around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a runaway train. Ugh. I'm getting old. Ah. Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking at me. They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down onto the hallway floor. She wears a PE uniform and a very worried frown. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during lunch break. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. Or she does, but they're not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone thighs end in shins, and the feet made of some black metallic or plastic-like material. They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. The girl winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up. Oh man, hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going, and you just came out of nowhere. Sorry. She's looking really apologetic, in the hurt puppy way of looking apologetic. I quickly forget about being angry or anything. Since hurt puppies are my weak spot. Probably the peak art in this game. From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. Chuni located. It's okay, don't worry about it. Ow. I say that, but there's a stinging pain growing in my chest, and I know that this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Do not overexert yourself. Don't forget your medication and all. And most of all, don't get hit in the chest. I try to rub my solar plexus to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. It seems normal. Hey, should I get a nurse? The worried, high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out a bit. Oh, here's a squirrel girl. I stare at her for a few seconds dumbfounded until I realize that I probably looked worse off than I really was, doubled over myself and looking all tense. Damn, I'm overly worried about my heart. No need, I'm fine. Managing to say something in response, I pull myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one last time and take a deep breath. She just kind of knocked the wind out of me, big time, but it's nothing more than that. You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard. It's okay, I said I was fine, and nothing's broken, no harm done. That's good, I was. I feel a hand on my shoulder at the same time. Why is this going autumn? Did I... Oh, it must be because of the animation. Stop scrolling! Oh my god, wait. Is auto scroll on right now? No, it wasn't on. How do I disable it? Oh, there we go. This line keeps on skipping. I feel a hand on my shoulder. At the same time. Oh my god, I can't read this! I'm just gonna take a screenshot of it. I feel a hand on my shoulder at the same time. The girl's eyes widen in horror, and whatever she was saying gets interrupted by a very horrified eep. I don't have time to look behind me because Shizune is already shoving me aside and stomping over to the girl, signing furiously at her. Miss Ibarazaki, I saw that. Running in the halls is strictly forbidden. Misha translates right on Shizune's tail, but her voice is girlishly playful, not full of the divine fury Shizune's arm movements would seem to call for. Sorry, I was just going to get some stuff and I was kind of in a hurry. You've been told this 1,000 times before. Your reckless behavior endangers other students, and even worse, it's explicitly against the school regulations. The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. So cute I can't find... It's so cute I find myself smiling. I know that, I was just... Make sure that this will not happen again, although I'm sure telling you this is futile and only causes me further headache when you choose to ignore the regulations. Got that, Emmy? The small girl sticks her tongue out in response. Ah. I gotta go. Teacher will have my head. I promised to help with the printouts, but I went running instead. Sorry, but I've gotta change and everything. Before Misha and Shizune can say anything, she's already bolted from where she was a second ago, almost halfway towards the stairwell. Shizune looks like she's about to go nuclear on the spot, so I smile at her in a vain attempt to calm her down. Nah, let her zoom around the halls if she wants. Yes. Are you okay, Chang? Are you okay, Chang? That Ibarazaki girl is always like that and causing trouble to others. You know, I'm pretty certain Shizune won't call me Hit-chan. Never mind, never mind. Yeah, anyway, I'm okay. I just got the wind knocked out of me. That's great, Hit-chan. I wouldn't call that great, but I let it slide this one time. We have to run now. There's an important student council meeting regarding the festival, and we finally decided where to eat. Too bad you can't join, but this lunch meeting is only for council members. We can take you there some other time. Oh, but that'd be like a date, wouldn't it? Wah ha ha! The girls leave for for downstairs. I didn't manage to get far from the third floor hallway before all this commotion struck. Literally, I just get going as well. The lunch and the afternoon class pass uneventfully. I read most of the book I had started yesterday and eat some of the mostly inevitable offerings of the cafeteria. The lunch and the afternoon class pass uneventfully. But he's talking about the lunch in present tense. I read most of the book I had started just yesterday and eat some of the mostly inedible offerings of the cafeteria. The class is tiresome. The teacher seems okay, I guess he's talking in past tense. The teacher seems like an okay person despite the weird first impression I got. And the materials is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius. When the final bell sounds, I realize that there still is a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. So I put on 리허설하세요. It's odd. At the hospital, I had 24 hours a day of free time, but here, filling the considerably shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves, and I'm left alone with the teacher. Muto is examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking them with a red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his papers briefly, he notices me and furrows his brow. What is it, Nakai? I jump at him addressing me, but I guess it's natural to spark some conversation since there's nobody else around. Nothing. Thinking about what I'd do after school. The teacher slowly puts the cap on the pen he's holding and arranges his papers into a stack, clacking it against the desk twice. He seems very methodical, and for a brief moment I reminded of Suzune, but the teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, much more routine. You have no plans? No, I consider joining a club, but I don't know what kind of club would interest me. Go observe a meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interest. I guess. But I don't know how to continue from there. Muto looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. But I can't, so I have to forge ahead. I just don't know how to deal with people, I mean, the other students. I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not that I'd be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about the disabilities. It's like, it feels that I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them, and it's weird to ignore them. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. The teacher scratches his cheek absentmindedly, looking very unresponsive. These things are only an issue if you make them one. You can talk normally with someone, even if they're blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There's not a single student here who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever they might seem at first glance. It says the same thing as Yuko did. I know they're right, but it's hard. How can you not notice, for example, Suzuna's deafness, when the only way to communicate with her is to talk through Misha? For Hanako, it's not like you can ignore her face. But I'm interrupted by the door of the classroom suddenly slamming open. Teach! Misha crashes in, hands straight in an enthusiastic greeting, her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves. She starts towards the teacher's desk with her bouncing step, hands energetically swinging with the rhythm. Muto, visibly dismayed at the interruption, and Misha in general, slumps in his chair. Mikado. Misha stops in her tracks and looks around cluelessly, as if she's sensing from his tone that something's wrong but has no idea what. Oh crud, I forgot I missed the Nekomimi. Oops. You do that while I was getting food. Snack. Thank you for the Nekomimi. I'll take it off after 5 minutes. Or wait, Mousekeep, are you getting that so that I put my Nekomimi back on, or are you asking me to take them off? Misha stops in her tracks and looks around cluelessly, as if she's sensing from his tone that something's wrong but has no idea what. Yes? We have talked about volume control before. Yes. But she doesn't lower her voice at all, and the teacher just rubs his eyes. So, what is it? Please. Well, I guess I'm keeping them on for 10 minutes then. We need help. We're running out of supplies for the festival stands. This is a distress. She waves a pink slip of paper she's holding around. Is that really the natural way to say that? She waves a pink slip of paper she's holding around. Wouldn't a more natural way of editing that be? She waves around the pink slip of paper she's holding. I'm always nice, what do you mean? So, go get more supplies from the art room. What's the problem with that? Plywood! Plywood is always a problem. Last time we wanted more, there was only a little. But that time we just took it all, and went with that. Now there's like none left there, so do you know where there's some? I don't understand, how would I know? You expect Anons to use Grammarly? Grammarly didn't exist in 2009. Actually, it might be from 07, I don't know, let me check. No, it's from 09. It's from 09. Oh, right. They released it in multiple acts. think. Yeah, Act 1 came out in '09, and then the complete game came out in 2012. "2007 was almost 17 years ago. Feels like just yesterday. Can't believe that was 17 years ago. Crazy. I mean, the president thought that a teacher would know if there's plywood. Was he wrong? Muto looks like he's in great pain. Frowning was his entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Looking at the two of them communicate is terrible. Like looking at a man being tortured by drilling his skull open while blasting pop music at full volume at the same time. I'm afraid I have no idea if there is any plywood in the school, let alone where it would be if there was any. What should I do? Perhaps find Mr. Nomiya? I'm quite sure he would know where to find everything you need. You'd have to pry them from his cold, dead hands, but that's a different matter. I don't have time, you're so busy. She holds her head with both of her hands, looking as desperate as it's possible for a person like her. Without even noticing, she crumples the notes she's holding against her hair. I shouldn't even be fetching these things. There's so much to do and we're falling behind the schedule. Muto looks at her gravely and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't really fit his face. Wow, rude. I think it'd be better if he didn't. Wow, rude. I wonder if you could get some temporary help. No, you don't. No, you didn't. He switches to staring at me focusedly, with a hard expression as if trying to say, go make some friends. No! Yeah, I guess I can give them a hand. You can? Thanks, Hitang, you're really nice. She pauses, does a double take, and then points at me with her finger, yelping, and looking very puzzled. Come to think of it, what's Hitang doing here? Class is over, you should be having fun. We just had a little chat. Oh no, it's not detention, is it? Are you in trouble, Hitang? No, I'm not. Is Hitang in trouble, Teach? No, he's not. Muto sighs deeply, and I feel that I have to help Misha. Get her off the teacher's back. So, what do you need? Here's a list. I can try to find the plywood from somewhere. There's none in the art room. She offers me the note she's holding. I take it, hesitating a bit. I said I'd help you, but this has no implications on whether I'm joining on the council or not. Ah. Still, thanks, Hitang. Try to be quick. We're in a stall building street now. We must hurry, hurry, hurry. Wow. Is she Korean? 혹시 한국인이니? 빨리 하는 거 보니까? He bounces out of the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement. Well, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do now. Please don't sound so smug. Looking at the list was a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting. That is undoubtedly Shizune's. I heave a sigh. I'll be going then. Waving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit the hallway. Wait, let me save here. The classroom closest to ours are designated belonging to class 31, 32 on the right side, and 34 to the left side. Each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor, still with identical doors, are rooms that I didn't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom or such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept. Am I in the right place? Desks and chairs are all around the room. A thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corner so at least it looks and feels like the right place. The room is flushed with sunlight from the big windows. Shadows creeping all over the desk. I wonder why why the BGM direction is so sparse. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Anybody home? Something catches my eye, and I stop mid-sentence. Sitting on a desk is a short-haired girl, curiously wearing boy's uniform with a fork between her toes. This odd way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands, but her presence here is what takes me aback even more. How did I miss her before? She's sitting in a corner, very still, but I still somehow took her as a part of the furnishing or a statue at first glance. Retro game. I don't know, 15 years retro. Not being too observant today as a whole. The girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in headlights. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork. I'm staring at her, mouth wide open, suddenly remembering I didn't finish my sentence and trying to think if I should. Oh no, how do I even voice her now? There are so many different girls in the game. Hello. The girl stuffs a forkful in her mouth, and then is now staring at me expectantly while chewing. Well, this is a bit awkward. Hello, I was told to pick up some supplies from here. For some festival stalls, I think. I don't think there would be someone here. I didn't think. She picks up another forkful. She raises her eyebrows as if she was suspecting my observation was false. I guess it does, but who are you? The girl is pretty straightforward, isn't she? Nakai, Hisao Nakai, I just transferred in on Monday. Rin. Tezuka Rin Tezuka. I won't shake hands with you, but at least we know who we are now. That's very nice. Her deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. Alright, I need a 3-minute break. I'll be back after 3 minutes. I'm back! 다녔습니다. It kind of bothers me. Joking about these matters doesn't feel appropriate at all. While I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate and whether this girl is she seems to have lost interest in me and is now gazing yearningly back at her food. Can I continue my lunch? If you don't mind me, I won't mind you. If you need to get your stuff, the supplies are at the back. Go right ahead, but lunch? School's already over for the day. What word would you use then? There's no word for a meal you eat after lunch but before dinner, right? Bothers me very much too, but I don't really know what I should say. Dinner Part 1. I don't think you're supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with. But I'm hungry now, and my delicious boxed lunch would go to waste otherwise. I've got curry, it's very delicious. With much decisiveness, Rin once again picks up the fork between her toes and with at least as much impoliteness, she points it straight at me. Jumping spider? Well. Rip jumping spider. So, Nakayo brings you to this place. Like I said, I was told to look for these things. No, at the school. From the outside, you look fine. Is your problem inside? He waved at me. He was like... Be a shame if it got crushed by mistake. Like someone calling animal control on that buddy. 알발님 리하. 네, 장애소년 맞습니다. I come to a full stop opening my mouth but not getting a word out. I can guess. I'm good at guessing. Better than most people. 문제가 그대로요? 바꿨는데? 뭐지? 아니, 지금 버튼을 눌러도 안 바뀔 때가 있어, 꼭. 다시 한번 눌렀습니다. Ahem. Finn cuts me off before I can answer her question, or skirt around it somehow. I don't know which would have done. I froze in front of this issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition, or maybe it's only because it hasn't really come up. I do get the feeling that not making issues of this is a part of the social code here, as the teacher said. Did you pick one yet? Is she the one? No, Chat's supposed to be picking, but then Chat decided that they would rather be wizards instead. I wonder if the people here could relate. Probably not any better than any normal person could. I can't relate to Shizune's circumstances or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this in my head, Rin keeps considering what my condition could be, with an overly contemplative look on her face. She puts her fork between her lips and leans back, looking at the ceiling as if the answer was written up there. A beam of light illuminates her face from the side, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side. I don't think it's anything in your head, and something in your guts would be boringly ordinary, like this lunch of mine, and less delicious. The problem must be in your pants. 내가 실명이라니. This messed up Sherlock Holmes kind of statement and the sheer lack of tact it was delivered catches me completely off guard. I think I might have reeled back even physically as Rin's eyes widened in revelation and astonishment. So I was right, there's something wrong with your tackle, isn't there? Still partially in shock but recognizing the need to reply something. I spit out the first thing I can think of. She's the one. Let me on, I've got this, let me know. Because I know you're the one. No, nothing like that. I have a heart problem, arrhythmia. I said it, more like blurted it out, but I said it. The girl in front of me purses her lips together and glowers at me, looking very disappointed. How boring. Trouble in the pants would have been much more scandalous. What's with that reaction? I'm sorry I let you down. I forgive you, I collect people and a person was, that kind of problem would have been really great. Like people. People with different problems. So you just go around asking people what's wrong with them. Pretty much. I see. With little left to say, Rin resumes her lunch, and the conversation dies away. But I keep thinking about what was said. It's the first time I told anyone else about my condition. All the other people have either known about it already or heard about it from someone else. Or didn't need to know about it, like everyone else, every other student here so far. Should I have told it as a natural part of the introductions? Is it expected of me? There's room for only one main character in this school. Chat's like 30 seconds delayed. Oh, I wonder if that's because of the encoding issue I had earlier. Have you tried refreshing page? Hi, I'm Isao. I have a very serious heart condition. Is that how I'm supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? As if our disabilities would define us. What a disgusting thought. Been ahead for hours. Alright, here, I refreshed chat. Maybe that'll help. We have to tell Riel to buy Nvidia stocks right now, huh? I already have that, and I don't have any cash. Or maybe this Tetsuka girl just has an unnatural interest in such things. Getting a little tired, so I'm gonna try to read for another 20 minutes and then call it a night. As I walk to the back of the room to pick up the items on Misha's list, a chance opens to study Rin from the corner of my eye. Her hair is burnt auburn, almost orange, and cropped short. Long hair would probably be impossible with no arms. The boy's uniform and lack of arms make her look very thin, almost scrawny. She's not particularly pretty except for her murky green eyes which flicker restlessly from below her short bangs even when she eats. The distance and the shadows make it seem like they don't reflect sunlight at all, but instead absorb all of it. Within them like a deep well. Like deep wells. She moves her feet almost as deftly as a normal person would use their arms. However, I can see that this sight could discomfort people, especially while eating. It makes me feel a bit uncomfortable at least. I hesitate to think about the word unnatural, but it's too late now, isn't it? I keep searching the cabins and shelves for Misha's things, but after enough time passes, the silence grows too uncomfortable, so I try to force some conversation out of the strange girl. So, do you always eat alone and this late, or do you get the occasional visitor? Visitors, maybe you're my first occasional visitor, but I don't always eat alone either. Sometimes I eat with a certain person on the roof, if she's not horsing around. Horsing? She likes to do sports. Oh. And that's all I can think of to say. Both of us fall silent again as Rin forks the last bit of her meal to her mouth. I look down at my haul and double check it with Misha's list. It seems I have everything except plywood. So I think I have all the things now. That's very nice of you. Don't feel obliged to stay. I was about to take a nap anyway. You need to do whatever you are going to do. It's that stuff anyway, right? Or perhaps you like to watch girls sleeping. I'm not sure what to make of this, but Rin looks serious. Even if I did, I think I had to be going. I'll catch you around, Tezuka. You can call me Rin. I feel that our relationship at this point good enough to warrant this much. I was already turning... Excuse me. I was already turning to make my exit, but she draws me back in. Fine then, here's all. Then you are... Scene when? I don't know. I don't know if there is even such a scene. I don't remember. Big Mac. Rin looks at me hard in the eyes, but that intimidating feeling you get when someone stares at you isn't there. It's like she's actually not looking at me at all. She blinks a couple of times and I can't figure out why a pause like that just popped between us out of nowhere. See you later, Giselle. There's something like a tiny smile there in her face, maybe. Imagine if it were a Big Mac. Nah. Big Mac. I quietly back out of my room as I shut the door in front of my face. I whisper to myself, what an intriguing person. Feet better than chopsticks. No, chopsticks the best. From inside I hear a muffled sing-song voice. I heard that. What did she hear? I jump at the sudden appearance of Misha, who I had not heard approaching despite the completely empty hallway. Somehow she had gotten to jumping distance of me without making a sound. Creepy. It briefly reminds me of Kenji's nutty theory about a global feminist conspiracy, but I pushed that thought aside. Is this how we all become nut jobs? She's now standing slightly behind Misha. Looks aloof, as she couldn't have heard the remark that drew Misha's attention. Misha is visibly excited. Okay, actually, now that the art room scene is in, I think I'm just gonna end here because I'm tired. Just suddenly tired. 오늘은 그냥 여기까지만 하도록 하겠습니다. Gotta go have fun picking one. Well, I'm going to let's Dipa. No raid today. Yeah, I guess the chat delay is a little less now. Anyway, no raid today. That's the end of the stream. Thanks for coming, etc. I will continue Katawa Shoujo. I do want to read through a route. I did that for Baldur's Gate. Maybe I'll do that for Katawa Shoujo. Read through a route. Anyway, thanks for coming. Super extended cat ears. Yeah, it just ended up staying around, huh? All thanks to you and the Snappa. Anyway, Maskibariba, Shanibiriba. Bye, guys! Harvey Souls off, Ariba. Bye. That's not Ariba. この番組はメンバーたちの提供でお送りしました。